Modern Alchemist sent in $30 to Doctors Without Borders and says, I'm a medical student slash gamer, so I am very happy that this year's SGDQ supports Doctors Without Borders. I've had so much fun watching random runs in between hospital shifts. Keep up the good work. Kyle D2303 sent a $50 donation and says, I've never really been into speedruns, but I just spent 4 hours watching Zelda run through and thoroughly enjoyed it. Also, it's my wife's 27th birthday. Shout out to her too. And shout out to Friskies. Electric Nero sent in $10 and says, as someone who is getting into Shadow of the Colossus to speedrun, it's amazing to see what can really be done. Second time donating for a very worthy game. Donation goes to Runner's Choice. I will donate another 10 to kill the animals if this is read aloud. Oh, I think I just killed some animals. Summer Games Done Quick, SGDQ 2015, sponsored by World9 Gaming. They are a premier computer and console gaming provider for events across the Midwest, including this one. They provide the best gaming experience at the lowest cost for all events, large and small. Love to get back to some more donations for you. TK421 sent in $40 and says, I left my post to watch all the speedruns, and I'm not going back. Had to donate during Shadow of the Colossus, one of my all-time favorite games. Amazing job by the runners and the staff. Keep doing great work and save those frames. Len B sent in $30 saying, Shadow of the Colossus is one of the most fun and elegant games ever. As Dorman corrupts the Wanderer, I want to help make the world better. Have a great run, everyone. Yeah, hopefully all of our donations help a little bit with that this week. Thanks, Len. Anonymous sending in $50 saying, it's great to hear the runners still appreciate the sadness of killing the Colossi, even when concentrating on this amazing run. And the Ghost of Aggro with a $30 donation. Let's get some hype for one of the greatest companions in video games. Rip Aggro, put this on Chrono Trigger 100%. Speaking of donation incentives, I do believe, let's check Chrono Trigger. Yes, 100% has been met. However, if you're looking to donate toward an incentive, Wondershot Lavos for Chrono Trigger is still open and has quite a ways to go still. You can help recreate some of that AGDQ 2014 Wondershot hype by letting us kill off Lavos with it. As they say, elixirs are so boring. Once again, our international viewers showing up a lot during these U.S. morning hours. We appreciate you. Sindri Garmo sent in a $20 donation saying, greetings from Norway, keep up the good work. Greetings to you as well. And Music Monkey sent in a $30 donation saying, I'm so glad that Shadow of the Colossus is being played during UK daytime, but it's a shame that we're not going to see the saddest part of this game. Aggro, you gotta save those animals. Up next is a run of Batman Arkham Origins, the Cold Cold Heart DLC by Charlitian. It's a CCH % run. Had a couple of donations come in from friends of mine. Prolix, Christy, Alex, Nick, and Spencer, miss you and love what you're doing. I don't have much to give, but as for speed gaming and Doctors Without Borders, how could I resist? Keep up the good work, everyone. And a $5 donation from Esja, who says, I stayed up in part to hear my favorite Lalafell read donations. Love you, Prolix. And my past in FF14 has caught up to me. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Butters BB with a $20 donation saying, I have never seen someone slaughter innocent, majestic creatures so quickly. I think enough animals have died today. Save the animals, the Colossi would have wanted that. Couple more for Shadows of the Colossus here. Lieutenant Wheat with a $50 donation saying, thy next foe is the maladies and illnesses of the world. First time donating, so glad to be able to attend SGDQ Live, and I can't think of a better game to donate during than SOTC. Thanks to all the runners, staff, and viewers who made this event possible. And thank you, Lieutenant Wheat. I'm glad I could get around to reading that. And WW Puka gave us $100 for Doctors Without Borders, saying, loving this SOTC run, one of my favorite games ever. Let's hear some hype for The Last Guardian, finally being released in 2016. In honor of Strayvaris, here's $100 for Animal Barbecue. Strayvaris, one of the runners participating in the Super Metroid race later on in the marathon. Also had a $100 donation again, this time from Anonymous, who says, thank you for your hard work. And Babat with a $100 donation too. He says, had to donate during one of my favorite games of all time, also the game that led me to discover GDQ in the first place. Thanks, Babat. And Frawley with a $20 donation. So glad to see SOTC, as it is definitely one of my favorite games. Seeing these 6 strats makes me want to dust off my PS3 and do some serious wander acrobatics myself. My best regards to the GDQ staff for doing such an awesome job, and to everyone else that has put in their time and effort to make this an absolutely amazing event. Finally, my donation goes to seeing some animal bits exploding into space. Light those animals up, boys. As set up for the Batman Arkham Origins CCH % run continues, here's some more donations. Redtail with $30 saying, speedrunning is awesome. Good luck to everyone. And Castu with a $100 donation. Big thanks to the runners, event organizers, and staff. Save the animals. Also, Mike Zors got in a donation earlier toward that Chrono Trigger Wonder Shot incentive, saying this great incentive needs more support than it already has. Keep up the good work in the future. Hashtag Wondershot. Staccato with a $50 donation, commenting, big up from France to all the runners and the staff. You guys are great. Kill the animals. Thanks, Staccato. We think you're pretty great as well. And Chip Chop with a $20 donation. Some of my favorite weeks of the year are the Games Done Quick weeks. A big thank you to all who get together and make them happen. Support a great charity and give me so many late nights worth of entertainment and mornings fueled by caffeine. Oh, and kill the animals. I have a $10 donation from Fenoris, saying good luck to Charlitian with the cold heart run. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the Batman you have always wanted to be. Let it go, Charlatian, let it go. Some donations coming in for Minecraft All Achievements. I believe that incentive has been met. Anonymous with $30. Minecraft All Achievements? Yeah, I want to see that. And Qboy with $20 donation. I was really hoping I could watch Minecraft since it's my favorite game, but I'm going to my friend's birthday party instead. I'll have to watch it when it goes online after. Here's $20 toward Minecraft All Achievements. Well, enjoy the party, Qboy, and yes, all of SGDQ 2015 will shortly be available on the Games Done Quick YouTube channel. Actually, some of the earlier days of the event are already uploaded there. There's a $100 donation from Anonymous saying, "Thank you for your hard work." And a $50 donation from Pink Starlight. Just really wanted to donate. Heart. Save the animals. You're watching SGDQ 2015, brought to you live from the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, and St. Paul, Minnesota in the USA. Welcome to my fellow viewers from the States, and of course to all of our international viewers. I am Prolix. I'll be announcing one more game here, Batman Arkham Origins. Hope you've enjoyed everything this morning, or whatever time is where you are. Wanted to remind everyone that SGDQ is sponsored by Alienware. They stream live gameplay and interviews now every week on Twitch. Check them out at alienware.com. You can find their schedule there. They're a leader in PC gaming hardware. MVO gave us $50 for Doctors Without Borders and said, "Keep going, guys. SGDQ is awesome." Anonymous with a $30 donation saying, "Been watching all week and was sure I'd make a donation. I just didn't know when. That is until I saw that absolutely incredible tiger shirt. Make this one couch's choice. Keep up the good work. Let's hit that million. Tiger hype." All right, I'll have to check with the couch on what their donation choice is. Thanks. And Catchlion with a $50 donation. Another excellent GDQ event. I voted to save the animals last time, so let's kill them so we can get a different run today. Interesting. Going with the old change up there. Dojo KM sent in a $50 donation and said, "Thank you to all of the runners and organizers for a great event." Alex Rhyme donated $50 and says, "So many hugely entertaining runs due to the generosity of everyone who has donated their time and money for this worthy cause." Also, another $10 coming in from Electric Nero, who says, "Thank you, GDQ, for another amazing stream, and here's that $10 that I promised. The Colossus are essentially animals, so let's save the frames, kill the animals. Keep up the great work." And Ethan King donates $100. thanks so much. And he says, work has been interfering with my ability to watch most of the awesome runs this year, but it can't stop me from donating to save those animals. Keep up the great work. I also have $100 from Catgoat, who would seem to agree with Ethan, saying, save those animals. And some donations to the contrary opinion here. Borta with $20 saying, here's $20 for killing those animals. Cheers from Sweden. And Anonymous sends in $50 saying, keep killing it over there. It being the animals, of course. Yes, so if you're interested in putting your money toward a bid war, we do still have Save or Kill the Animals in the Super Metroid race coming up near the end of the marathon. And for open incentives, we have the Chrono Trigger Wondershot Lavos incentive. And I do see donations coming in toward that, so thanks everyone for trying to make that happen. Ileana with a $50 donation saying, second donation to the marathon, gotta get us some hashtag Wondershot. Looking forward to the LOTP run later. Great runs so far, and keep up the good work. Thanks, Ileana. And Rem with $30 toward Wondershot Lavos says, been watching since last year, love the stream, good luck to everyone on this last day. As we finish setting up, I feel that Rab's donation is appropriate. He sends in $30 and says, big ups to all the people behind camera. You're doing an awesome job. The runs are always awesome, so big ups to the runners as well. Love this event. Really appreciate all the admiration you guys show for the staff, volunteers, and runners.
Okay.
I have a $20 donation from Anonymous who says, hey, Sharkman, Quentin here. Good luck with the run. Hopefully we'll get to see at least one goon break. And hopefully you don't get too many new followers. Otherwise, I might have to start doing my job. $10 to Char's Choice and $10 to the donation readers. Ooh.
Okay, luxury. So slam it. Okay. Put it towards kill the animals.
Kill the animals. You got it, boss. I guess I'll go with you so that we don't counteract each other.
We're good to go? Okay.
Is commentary mics work okay?
We want to do a quick roll call?
Hello. I'm Bubbles Del Fuego. I run Batman Arkham City.
I'm Comrade. I run Castlevania games.
Hi, my name is Infinite Mystery. I run all sorts of games.
And I'm Charlitian. I run all the Batman games. Oh, at least the Arkham ones. Someone's got to do it. Alrighty, well, let's get this nightmare rolling. So, this fun little DLC, it's nice good length.
I think you can kill the
And the
timer.
Scoon's got a hat.
Hold it right there! Yeah, got him!
So, we're greeted to this nice little cutscene. Goon's broken into the house. Alfred forgot to turn on the alarms. Batman's not drunk. There's problems. So, there's only one thing for Bruce Wayne to do. Beat the crap out of all these people.
Yeah, this is Batman Arkham Origins, but it's the DLC attached to it. That's why you may notice
what
the Estimate's a little smaller than most Batman games.
That was a little bad.
The closest entrance to the Batcave is in the study.
It's got such a demanding run.
Yeah, this run has actually become pretty optimized. I ended up getting the run down to a 38 minute, and 37 seconds.
You never made it to the interview. Wait, you're not going out there alone, are you?
Took a while, but
Keep you safe.
it was a pain in the butt.
Perhaps you should look for that item in the lens.
Right.
So the Bruce Man part's actually pretty optimized.
I'm gonna have to take them down quietly if I don't want to get shot.
There's little tidbit parts where it's just, you gotta wait for the perfect timings on some things, like right here. If I do this too early, then one of the goons will see me. And then right here, we're just gonna go and fly. Because goons are allergic to fists.
It's typically the last person in a Predator room or a fight dies to a lot less damage. Or, not dies.
Yeah,
Batman
they
doesn't
get-
kill people.
Yeah, they get reduced down to 1 HP when they're the last goon, so... Same with all the other fights. Oh god, we got that line. Who wants to beat a billionaire? Also, if we're lucky, we might see Bruce Wayne teleport. Ah, goon was too far away. So usually you want to finish a fight with either with batarangs or a running attack, because it's a lot quicker than punching the goon 3 times if your combo drops. And also, Origins has a nice, neat little trick with the triple batarang that you can only do in this game, where you can combo it with multi-ground takedown, and you know what? I'll let you guys all laugh when you see it.
You'll really enjoy multi-ground takedown if you haven't seen it before in a Batman, in an Arkham game.
Yeah, and at least City, Night, and Origins, multi-ground is really OP. Which, oddly enough, I believe recently we actually stopped getting multi-ground for Origins runs. Just because of, well, I like to call it hyper rank strats. You'll see it soon once I become Batman. Yeah, nice little yellow jump here. I've actually had like 5 runs die to missing that before.
Now, do you have any, are you a lot more noticeable when you're Bruce Man? In that Predator mission?
During Predators, actually, you're about the same in terms of visibility as Batman. So, but you want to prioritize stealth because you can't grapple away or throw batarangs at people.
All right.
What was left after Christmas Eve was degraded into dust.
And this is the game telling us you can't use glue grenades because, well, you just can't. Well, at least we get all of our other fun gadgets.
Alfred, what happened to the power?
Primarily one of the more OP ones, like the remote claw. That, I think, was probably one of the best gadgets they introduced into this game. Still trying to find a use for that the concussion detonator.
Mm-hmm. So what was the story here? Why were people beating up Alfred? What's Batman needed for here?
Okay, story here, there's this big old party going on here. Ferris Boyle's getting the Humanitarian Award of the Year. Mr. Freeze decides, hey, I'm going to team up with Penguin so we can go kidnap Ferris Boyle. So it's basically just all these goons are like, hey, let's burn down the house. Okay, and that's the hyper ranks. And it's a specifically PC only trick because PC actually has a quick fire button for the triple batarangs. So you can throw those in the same succession as regular batarangs, And that vent right there, you cannot slide through it, so you have to pull it off. Whoop. Ladder boss OP. Okay. So this Pred room. We actually want the goons to know we're here. Then we're going to use Batarang strats, knock them off the ledge, because goons don't like falling off cliffs. Yep. Oh no, that goon's toast. Is that the last one? Yeah, nope, it wasn't. Where is the last one? Oh, he's hiding.
Yeah, he never came up.
I have to get these people to safety. The wing crest is...
So there's 3 potential kind of glitchy, there's at least 2 potential glitchy things that can happen during this run. There's what I like to call broken goons, where it varies. They can be terrifying or not terrifying, where they just contort and twist, and they're just not in a way you normally wouldn't see. But they're still alive. That's the terrifying part. Oh, that goon wanted to go to the moon, but yeah, he did not have the good takedown. Oh, he did not have the liftoff velocity. So another thing is moon goons, where if you hit a goon sometimes, they go flying, just straight up, and they never come back down. I think in grand total, I've sent at least almost 100 goons to the, well, yep, almost 100 goons to the moon. Like, the first time it happened, I just called the first moon goon Desmond, because Desmond the moon goon. So there's Freeze flying away. He took a sweet time. So a lot of these big fights, you can actually speed up using, wow, we got some really fly goons. All right, there's...
Now he needs to wait until his multiplier is golden for his attacks to do critical strikes. And once they're going to do critical strikes, the Batarangs will knock them down in one hit. And then he can spend one special attack until he refills his critical strike back up again. And he uses it, of course, for the multi-takedowns.
Also, this is a good point for some donations, because unskippable cutscene here.
We have $100 from Anonymous. A lot of references to Super Metroid. They say, so it has come to this, a girl, some animals, and a choice. To rise as heroes, or fall as villains. I say choose the hard path, become the heroes we deserve, save those animals. Also Sebastian K with $100 saying, hey everyone, I'm watching SGDQ for years now, and I really love what you're doing. Keep up the good work and save those animals. Greetings from Germany.
I should deal with those anarchy followers, but first I need to track down...
So now we're in Gotham. We're only allowed to, like, the southern section of Gotham, because there's just this giant, horrendous ice wall going on right here, saying, hey, you can't go over here. And we're heading on to the first outdoor pred, to the first plot progression for this. So we're just gonna, since we have all of the upgrades, we're allowed to do fun little stuff in the run like that. The good old glide takedown. And then more reasons why Remote Claw is OP. You can just freeze goons in this DLC because of the ice containers, effectively rendering them harmless. Yeah, really bouncy goons today. We might actually at least get a moon goon this run. And also when they're iced, they're free takedown.
You'll notice on some ground takedowns, he pins them down like between his legs, and then either does a punch in the head, or the other one where it's a punch below the belt.
It varies where Batman lands when he jumps on him. I'll usually try to end a Pred fight with the Sonic Batarang, just because it's a lot quicker.
Clues that might tell me where he went.
So we got a quick little detective sequence
Slowly shutting his systems down, putting him into cryostasis.
where Batman's just like, oh, hey, this guy's frozen. I can't do anything.
Bunch of fancy words to describe someone being frozen.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, well, if I had my hot gloves on, I could probably save him.
This cryotech, but the cryo gun was leaking. If I
And then, oh yeah, apparently the goon that froze him, his gun was leaking, but there's a whole little sequence where you would follow him. Oh, you'd follow a little trail on the ground, but because we're Batman, we know where to go.
Since this is the DLC, you start off with all the upgrades, or most of them. You get a few later, but things like the grapple boost, the grapple thing that he was talking about earlier for that makes it really broken that you can chain enemies together. So a lot of the fights will be really fast from the get-go.
And also, yeah, here's another really quick fight, because one thing you'll see me do when I'm gliding is you'll see me just quick selecting to the next gadget I need to use for the next segment I need to be in. And also shoutouts to Batman for just defying the laws of gravity right there.
involved in weapons tech. There's got to be more to this.
So, coming on to a really quick fight. You could read off a donation or two if you want.
Anonymous with $200 donation saying, I'm sad that this is the last day. I haven't gotten used to leaving the stream run at night while I go to get food. Player's choice as kill the animals there. Thanks for everything, you guys. Also, $30 from Anonymous. It's not a 100% run, so death to the animals.
If you notice, when he does a grapple, pulls an enemy towards them, I think it's just been a bug existent in a few of the games where you can just walk into them and they'll just fall over. I'm not sure if it's intended or not.
Yeah, it's especially useful against armored goons because usually you'd have to cape stun them or use some other convoluted way, but yeah, we just punched that guy right through us.
Those men, my boss has the
Oh god.
Those goons have them in the organics lab.
Yeah, see, even the security guards recognize goons as goons. So, we sneak up on these guys just to speed it up. Yeah, it just loses all momentum. We just walk into him. Oh, weird slide. The other goons are complaining because the guy with the ice one froze the doorway. And also, Batman really likes to fly in melee combat. Okay, here comes one of the most annoying pred rooms in here. Because snipers like to cheat in City and in Origins. Those visors they can see and shoot through walls with them on. So we have two goons here, a sniper goon that's armored and a jammer goon. So we move a little over to the... So we take out the two really annoying threats. We take out the other sniper, make that guy fly, and we pull this guy off. And then... Oh, right. So... Goons are... Oh. The main thing that makes this pred room so annoying... Alright, this isn't... I forgot, yeah. This isn't night. I can't just melee them super quick. Then we got the last goon over here, like... Yeah, fun fact, goons, if they jump off by themselves, they're perfectly fine. But if you pull them off or hit them with a batarang off a cliff, they're just like, oh, I can't handle this.
It always is really satisfying to just pull them over a ledge, watch them flail.
And then this hallway's got a weird little random tidbit of RNG. It's just running through it. Sometimes Batman's like, hey, I need to call Alfred for some odd reason. We don't know why it triggers. It just happens. And we got this fun little fight. So you see the armored guy, and this is the only time that I really use the manual to, like, lock on a target to take out a goon, because if I just use the regular, just randomly aim at a goon, it'll target the goon that runs to the ammo crate, and the remote claw won't do anything, essentially. And sweet, I actually got both those goons to freeze. And since that goon was frozen, he was treated like a regular one at the end instead of an armored goon. Because if you try and punch an armored goon, Batman just loses his combo, and he's just like, oh, that failed. Oh, yeah, fun little fact. This guy's considered a separate fight instance if you hit him right here. Just falls over. You can read some donations if you want.
A lot of Super Metroid hype still. To Sharkness sends in $50 saying good luck to all the runners and save those animals. After all, what if Samus gets hungry on BSL? And Ketz sends in $50 saying good morning everyone. Thank you for all the runs this week and kill the animals. Crispy Doodles with $10. Thanks to everyone who worked so hard to make such a great marathon. I'm looking forward to the Tazbot and Chrono Trigger runs later. By the way, those animals don't deserve to live. Kill them all.
I wonder how much just save and kill the animals combined has raised.
Let's find out. It appears that it has raised about $140,000. And it is neck and neck.
Yeah, it's always the best part.
It's always fun finding out at the end, will the animals die or will they live?
Right off that head drop.
Oh yeah, so in this cutscene, right next to Penguin, there's a goon frozen solid, but in-game he's not there for future purposes. So basically, Freeze betrays Penguin there. Penguin's sitting there frozen in ice, just kind of like, ah, crap, I can't do anything, but yell at all my goons. Alrighty, and okay, I gotta do that, sweet. So you can glide off there. It's like a small frame window to do it. And for if I start hearing a strange little like rapid thumping noise in game, that's actually a good sign that a goon just got broke, because usually a goon break happens when they get stuck in a wall or something, and then just terrifying things happen. Well, and again, it's up to the person to perceive how it is. So right here we're just gonna. This little bit's a little silly sometimes.
This cryovapor is lethal. Only the XC suit will survive inside one of these clouds.
Sometimes that goon runs at you, and I just knocked him into cryovapor. Batman doesn't kill people. Also, funny enough, if I dive rolled there, I'd actually fall through the world. But if I cape stun, it actually affects what this guard right here will actually either cross his arms during that conversation or hold him at his side. It's just a weird little quirk. So we're gonna get what I like to call the chunky Batman suit, because you'll see what I mean. It's also what some people would call his warm coat. Let's see. There we go. So here comes the extreme environment suit. Lets Batman get, it replaces his shot gloves with thermal gloves and just makes him bulkier. Hence why we call him Chunky Bat.
It's like Batman just put on another bat suit.
Yep, and did I get, oh sweet, I got that. So this little whole segment right here, you can't open the door beyond this ice until Batman's done talking. So instead of just like diving down like you'd normally do to be faster, you actually dive, roll off the ledge, and land on a railing because it's the perfect amount of time, and it looks cool. So right here is one of, oh wait, yeah, one of two option. Oh, it's a forced tutorial segment on the stalactites. So you drop a stalactite to incapacitate goons. And sometimes one of those goons just does not want to stay down. And also, this next room, there's a glitch that can happen called Purgatory, where essentially the room unloads. And we have to exit this room completely blind, and we didn't get it, which is a good thing. Because that actually costs a whole minute, because you have to exit this building completely blind, do a checkpoint restart, and then it'll be all fixed. It's one of the few glitches that I worry a little bit at times just because of that. But it's always funny just navigating through here just completely in the darkness. So now that we know where the pieces of the crowd drill are, and also the goon that we got the information from, he's got like probably the worst time ever in Origins, because Batman like at least crushes his chin like 3 times throughout the night just from interrogating him. Like 2 times in the main game, at least once in here. I was hoping I'd get that in time. Oh, yep. He got the nut punch with the kidney shot. And so, obviously, this is a very big thing, so since we're Chunky Bat, we can just hide things in our butt.
You wonder just where he has infinite batarangs?
Yeah. He just has them in the bat butt compartment.
That must really hurt when he's like in sneak mode.
Oh yeah. Just, oh god, not again! They're all the point inside!
They're all sideways.
As can hear little random goon banters you can hear. They got little fun dialogue sometimes. They sometimes reference the Tim Burton movies.
Those ones were interesting.
Yeah, there's that Tim Burton reference. What if it opens up and it's a spiral? Hew, 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 hew. Oh, I did get the combat takedown. How'd I miss that goon? Sometimes goons just don't like cooperating.
Just by like missing one batarang, it can really make the difference between like a 4-second fight and a 20-second fight.
Yeah.
Alfred, I've assembled.
So yeah, that's the 2 pieces of the cryo drill we needed to get. I originally thought it was going to be 3 with how they set up the mission. Well, how it says it's like, oh, retrieve the first piece. I'm like, oh, I'm going to assume 3. It's like, nope. It's just a 2-piece. Just jump straight to final. So now we're heading back to Gothcorp because, well, now we can break the wall and get to Freeze. Which, Freeze is really slow at doing his plans. It's like he's waiting for Batman to get there before he like does anything else. So this nice little fight right here. We just take care of the ninja because they're annoying to fight. Oh, that guy T-stance while iced. And now we're on to the Fitzy fight. Here's hoping that 2 goons actually try to attack me at once, and they do.
There you go.
So now we can... Oh, wait, what? I lost my combo. That's strange. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's the best part of Batman runs where you gotta do some improv.
Oh, Fitzy, please. And the juke. Yep. Oh yeah. These vents can do a rare... You can actually do an animation cancel, and you can have Fitzy just take himself out while you just run to this ice wall to punch it. But it was strange that I lost my combo there. I guess I must have started mashing the batarangs too early.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Did you critical on 3 hits?
Yeah, bare minimum to start doing the batarang spam, so it actually adds into the combo meter. You have to at least get a 2x multiplier. So like I could do it right here if I needed to, but on 3-man fights it's just better to
Really good
I
batarang.
believe I can fly. So yeah, now we're back here. The room's all frozen over.
Lab of cryovapor before the lockdown protocol on this door.
And it's very bright in here, so I'm turning on detective vision to not blind our eyes.
Disable those 2 power conduits to stop that reactor leak. Then I need to ventilate the room of cryovapor.
So when you're down the cryovapor, it's just blindingly, sometimes it can be very blinding. So yeah, now we turn off the cold airs to make all the goons that are hiding behind the door just be like, okay, time to come out. And of course, like every smart goon, they're just like, let's all group together at first, conveniently underneath this giant stalactite. So this goon will go down. Oops, that's a bad grapple. So what I do here, I will throw that, make the goons get all confused because I threw a smoke pellet. Throw a thermocharged, and we just took out basically the rest of the goons. And that's that fight. We just took out like 6 goons, just on like 1 icicle. Just, what's goons? They just fall over. And I'm hoping I can get the swag drop here. So right here, if you dive off and then hit, oh, we got it.
Oh, that was nice.
Where you essentially kind of like do it. It's like a mini zip thing because it triggers a glide takedown.
His lab of cryovapor before the lockdown protocol on this door is disengaged.
And by hitting jump, when you dive roll off, if you hit X and R at the same time, if you're using controller.
Going on here than a simple accident. This security guard.
Okay, so now we're on to the just a very long detective scene, so you can go ahead and do some donations.
Thank you. A $50 donation from Amused to Death, who says, I'd like to thank my favorite streamer for introducing me to GDQ, and GDQ for supporting a worthy cause. Also, the international audience showing up strong still. John Sebastian sends in $50 and says, what an amazing week. I laughed so many times to all the comments and bugs. At the office yesterday, because of the Bionic Commando Rearm 2 run, everybody was screaming, "Ah!" That was magical. The money goes for naming Chrono Iwata. Let's remember a great man. Greetings from Quebec City. And also, Arcuzor with a $50 donation saying, thanks for the marathon again, go SGDQ, and thanks to Mr. V for the French restream. Love those restreams. Thanks, everyone.
A match for Victor Freeze. He must have watched the security guard die.
Yeah, so funny enough, if that security guard actually didn't run out, we'd actually have 2 Mr. Freezes. Oh yeah, freeze grenade right there. Fun little fact right there. There's actually like a chalkboard in this room, like where he's got the prototype drawn up for the freeze cluster grenade.
Extreme pressure built up.
This takes place in the timeline before all the other games. So, all the other Arkham games. And in Arkham City, you finally get the freeze grenade. Basically, what you think it is. Throws freeze.
Perhaps by Freeze's cryo cannon.
I have one more cool one, $50 from Snorbuckle, who says, "Hi GDQ, I want to say a big thank you to every single one of you involved, both on screen and off. You should all be very proud of what you've achieved together and continue to achieve with every event year after year. Put this money toward the choice of a staff member who hasn't already had a donation choice." So I'll check with somebody behind the scenes. Thanks.
I need to find that weapon. It may have evidence I can use to identify the assailant.
So yeah, as we go about this, it's just a matter of being in the right position at the right timing. Just to scan these as soon as possible.
Confirms the gun was used to bludgeon Victor Freeze, and fingerprint analysis shows Ferris Boyle. It was Ferris.
And then Batman realizes, hey, I just gave that man the humanitarian award of the year. And it's just like, what the crap?
Something was wheeled through this fluid, possibly.
Also, shoutouts to this security guard just not giving a single crap during this whole thing going on in the background. He's just like, I'm just pushing this thing.
Odd. Freeze was secret, but Boyle was more.
And now we're heading off to essentially the final bit of the run.
Pretty solid so far, at about 32.
Ooh, nice. I know some of those fight screw-ups, no world record pace this run. Still, we're looking at possibly, if things still go right, probably a sub 40. So, fun fact, yeah, Penguin's goons finally arrived to thumb out. 2, 3. So I usually wait till 3 right, I do a little count to 3 right there to time the ice goon getting in range of the stalactite to guarantee that he gets taken down by it. Also, right here, Batman technically kills a man, because in the cutscene, there's a goon behind this wall. And allow me to break the ice.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, funny, that's the one thing. There's no, like, sign that, like, Penguin's freezing to death. He's just kind of like, I'm just a head stuck in a wall.
It's just a penguin, he'll be okay.
Oh, yeah. He's used to this temperature.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, this is the only like extra wide ventilation shaft. I guess they finally realized that Batman's bigger bulk needed something bigger. Now here comes the freeze fight. There's 2 parts to this fight. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. A lot of people on their first playthrough of here, they usually just hate this part because it's all just really ridiculous RNG. But since this is a speedrun, we know how to manipulate him after hours of testing. So we gotta go and hug these generators and just heat them up. And also, whenever you're dive rolling in this game, think kind of like Dark Souls. You have just all the iframes when dive rolling.
You have these invincibility frames, yeah. So like, times where you can't get damaged, that's why his freeze ray just, I don't know, it looked like he had bad aim, but just can't take damage.
So there's a specific order I always do this in. It's usually 2, 3, 1. And fun fact in all of these games, if you grapple to 3 vantage points, and hopefully Freeze didn't freeze that vantage point, but if you grapple to 3, goons just completely forget where the heck you are. They're just like, where did he go? He was up there a minute ago. Now we're on to Freeze Phase 2. A little weird bit of RNG can happen here.
Let's see how well you do when the air freezes in your lungs.
So, you get frozen, but since you're wearing the chunky bat suit, TM, you're able to just break out of it like it's nothing. Yeah, you just stay there just to coax Freeze to get close to you. Oh, okay, he moonwalked. We actually have to do a checkpoint restart. Basically, there's essentially a quick kill you can do here to, well, it's just a really good setup. So if Freeze moonwalks, it's basically, you can't get it. It's very annoying to try and set it up after he does that. So we throw a Sonic Batarang. That actually sets him up perfectly to hit him with all 3 of these stalactites right here. Because if you throw a triple Batarang, you'll just waste all 3. Then gotta, come on, there we go. And that's a Freeze quick kill. So the Sonic Batarang brings him out a good chunk. Let's get some bat flaps, if we can. Nope, frame rate too high.
There's like a funny Batman T-pose glitch. It happens in a couple of games where you can move the left analog stick back and forth. Get him to T-pose.
So yeah, the quick kill essentially works in a weird way with the fact that you can infinitely do the tightrope takedowns on him, and Batman teleports for those half the time because Freeze is a moving target. And here's Sub-Zero. Now, Plane Zero.
But you shouldn't have stuck your nose in my business.
And since Batman's such a good guy, we push Freeze out of the way and we get frozen again. You know, getting frozen this many times, I'm fairly certain that's not healthy. So now we're on to the final part where it's, ironically enough, this run starts on a Y input and it ends on a Y input.
And that just leaves you.
Or counter input. So yeah, then Ferris Boyle's like, I'm the biggest jerk of them all, so I'm gonna bust your dome, Freeze. And Batman's like, I am so frozen, I am not having any of that, because the flames of justice break us free. It's dumb. And
you were 12 seconds off record.
I was 12 seconds off. No. That's cold heart.
If you didn't have to restart that thing at the end, if you didn't moonwalk, that would have been record.
That would, oh wow, yeah, cause this thing's a beast compared to my computer.
But I can't give you justice.
Too lazy for us to remove loads.
Because I noticed a few things like the load times are really decent on this thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Note to self: overhaul computer. Get that sub 30 set. Get the sub 38.
Just keep grinding it out in the practice room. Get an unbeatable record.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. I just want to flip-flop the world record at some point. Get 38, 37. By any chance, do I have enough time to show off a quick little silly glitch? I do? Sweet.
So
okay.
55-minute estimate, you got another 15.
Oh yeah, we got 15 minutes.
Played too fast.
Sweet.
We actually need the time to read ads. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh wait,
We need to sell
I actually
out.
loaded up the wrong file. Okay. Yeah, it's not okay. So I'm going to show off a fun little glitch that our good pal Fina has found. So in the storyline early on, there's I like to call it the Flappy Goon glitch. And what happens is, usually there's a goon in the storyline that you just, cop, goon, they're about the same thing in this game.
Cops and goons.
Cops and goons. It's like cops and robbers, except the cops can be broken too. You can aggro those two cops, but they're permanently trapped in that elevator, so they're harmless. So Batman's in the police station because, well, he needs access to the criminal database. Well, I'm actually going to pull this off. Okay. So normally at this point, there's a vent takedown you'd do, but I noticed well, Fiener has found out that if you rip off the vent, and if you actually don't actually do the takedown on the goon, so this cop, yeah, he likes to swing in slow motion. If you do an ultra cape stun, gravity likes to be strange to him, and he kind of breaks himself while he's alive still, so he just flails around a lot. And if you do it enough times, he'll just fly out of the whole entire room and just take himself out. As you can see, gravity has gone strange on him. He doesn't know how to react. As you can see, his arm is like stuck under. He's permanently got a radio super glued to him. So I'm hoping we can actually get at least a launch real quick. Yeah, he's actually been pretty stable. Yep, oh. Bye, goon. Bye, cop. And that's what. Yeah, that's Arkham Origins.
Thank you, Charlitian, for that epic run of CCH percent Batman Arkham Origins. What a fantastic time. Coming up, you guys donated for it. Minecraft, and more Minecraft with Fearful Ferret. Well, it's a question for the ages. The type that could break relationships, Coke or Pepsi? Does the toilet paper roll go toward the inside or the outside? Save or kill the animals? Philip Klinger with $50 saying, hey guys, I wasn't able to watch SGDQ this year, but still had to donate. Good luck to the runners and light up those animals. Whereas Chris124 donates $20 saying, I haven't been able to catch most of the stream. Good thing I got here in time to see that Majora's Mask